Hey everybody, this is Jeff Wilson, and in today's video, I am going to chat with you about what I think about when I'm training adults after my 15 years of experience. Um, I don't even know what I'm going to title this video yet, but I'm just going to kind of give you some of the main things that show success, or the main things when I see success in any of my clients. It's obviously not just simply the things I give them programming wise and um, having this elaborate plan. Obviously, those things are very helpful. People need to learn how to lose weight, how to run faster. And in all my years of coaching, here's some of the main things that I've found that have helped the most. Number one is consistency. I've always said, if you've read any of my articles on any of my blogs of any kind, consistency is king. It is something that always comes back to be I would argue the number one reason why somebody succeeds in anything, whether it's fitness, nutrition, your work environment, a relationship, because anything that's inconsistent just breeds stress, breeds maybe like a lack of planning. Like if you're kind of getting floopy, for lack of a better word, or you're not really ever waking up with a plan outside of the fact that you just have to go to your job at a certain time and I'm going to work out some point later or tomorrow or 3 days from now. It's like, I know a lot of people that just kind of go through life, and I get asked the question a lot, how do I stay so consistent with like my exercise or my running or something like that? It's like, honestly, just choosing to be that. So that is by far number one. Number two, most people need accountability of some sort. So I may know a lot about fitness and running and this, that, and the other, and I kind of do a lot of that myself. But there are times where I'm going through injuries, mental health, some of my emotional health, spiritual health, sometimes with my like recovering from an injury. So again, now physical health with like one of my physical therapists that I go to. There's a need for me to be held accountable to something, especially when I'm so good at holding myself accountable in other areas. But I can't do that with everything in my life. Nobody can. I used to think I could, very prideful and all that stuff. And I know a lot of people, especially athletes or post-athletes, that think, oh, they'll be fine. I'll just, I haven't worked out in 3 years, but I used to run 70 miles a week. And it's like, well, that was several years ago. So what are you doing now? And what are you doing to stay consistent? And how are you getting there? Do you have a plan set out in place? And honestly, most of the time you need even just a little bit of guidance. Sometimes it might just take a consult with somebody, paying somebody for 3 months for a plan just to kind of get you going. And some people need accountability for life. I've had a client for 8 years that I still see every Monday and Friday, and she knows how to do a lot of things. I've taught her very well how to exercise properly, but she needs accountability to actually get it done. And that just comes down to personality types and also desires. Some people like to have team environments, group runs, maybe a one-on-one thing like me, or a small group kind of coaching session, a membership at a gym, going to certain classes, Pilates class, yogas, all that type of stuff. So number three, stop trying to change everything at once. This one I always have to be held accountable for, because I try to do like 27 things at once. I used to have like 40 tabs open on my computer, absolute nightmare. And I have a lot of empathy for people that go through this. It is something that I've seen quite often. People come, they call me, and then they ask me about everything. What shoes should I get? What nutrition should I get? What creatine should I get? How many days a week should I be on? Let's say all we've done is 1 or 2 sessions, and they haven't worked out for 20 years. I'll be honest, like, I love the excitement, but it's honestly pretty childish, if I'm being straight, for somebody to walk on in and just go, I'm going to change all 7 of these things in the next 12 weeks. Literally everybody that does that, literally everybody I've ever worked with, especially in the fitness realm, never actually does all of those things, 1. And 2, usually they're the most flaky clients. And 3, usually they're ones that leave really early or leave before their time is up, and all of a sudden they have a family emergency. I literally just had one a couple months ago. The guy was asking me question after question after question after question. Haven't heard from him after this family emergency. I don't mean this to be rude. Sometimes those things do happen. But it's like all of a sudden you stop responding to check-in emails and stuff, and he just didn't. He probably found some AI program and wanted to do it himself. I'm just going to be honest with you. I wouldn't be shocked at all if that's what happened. And last but not least, I am a huge proponent, especially when it's coming around your fitness and just health and wellness in general. If you're a runner following my channel or something like that, this can apply to you as well. But you want to build a life aimed at the goals that you're trying to have. So you want to become that person. So it's not just having the habits and this is what you have to do and have 10 minutes of sunlight on your eyes when you first wake up and drink 2 glasses of water before you have any caffeine. Make sure you do, it's like there's too much like trying to like narrow things down. Everybody's got a watch and it tells you exactly how much REM sleep you've had. And I'm not saying those are negative things. I'm not saying that there's not different personalities that need seasons like that. I was kind of like that at points. But when you overstress and try to overanalyze literally everything, one, you're not really present. You're like reacting to outside stimuli or people telling you that if you're not doing this, and eventually shame and guilt cycles come into play. It's an absolute nightmare. But I also don't want you to just create habits, even though I'll tell you in many videos to create habits that are necessary for success. I don't want you to just create habits. I want you to become the person that you need to be to have the goal that you want. You want to lose 30 pounds? Well, you're going to have a life set around, not just here's this 12-week program, here's a 6-month program, I'm going to do this for a year, because then you're not preparing for this to be sustainable long term. And that is why people will gain their weight back. It's why they will go in and out of doing well with performance. It's why they don't do well at work at times. It's why their sleep schedules go on all over the place, because they're not trying to become the person that it requires to achieve the goals that they want. So there you have it. I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, please comment below. I think I have the comments open on all my videos. Like I said, I just started making videos again. So anyway, hope all is well and have a great day.